Hello guys. So a friend of mine recently posed me a question and challenged me to answer it during a blog about New Year's Eve. Other people asked me questions as well, and I'll get to them in time. But this one I thought was particularly relevant, seeing it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. And the question was, what do teetotalers like myself do on New Year's Eve, particularly ones who might be recovering or what have you. Um, how do you cope when everyone's drinking around you? How do you, if you are tempted, how do you resist the temptation to have just one? As you know, if you are tempted to have just one, of course, it often won't be just one. There are a few things. New Year's Eve has always been a big non-event for me, I think, which kind of makes a difference. I've found that the more effort you try and spend on New Year's Eve, usually the worse it tends to be. So I've usually gone for very sort of relaxed, very chilled New Year's Eves, and being in that sort of environment helps a lot, I think. If you can't be in that sort of environment, it can help a lot to have just one other person there who isn't drinking. That can always be good. So try and get to somewhere where you're in that, or or yeah, or just spend it like any other night. Don't think of it as a special night at all. One of the other things about New Year's, which I think is a real thing about attitude, and this is for anyone really, is that even when I was drinking, I really didn't go in at all for the concept of, you've got to get smashed on New Year's Eve because you need to forget how awful the last year was. I thought that was a very negative attitude to have, really. I think a better attitude to have for New Year's is looking forward to the year ahead, reflecting on the year you've had, thinking about the things that went well, the things that went badly, and how to improve on that. Think of a New Year's resolution not so much as just this sort of thing that I must do, but sort of thinking, you know what, next year will be better if I can manage to pull this off a little bit more. This is how I'm going to make my year better, rather than trying to give yourself a set of restrictions, because that, if you're just forbidding yourself stuff, that's never going to work. Instead, think of, positive changes you genuinely would like to see in yourself, that you think would benefit you. And I think taking that attitude into New Year is a much better way to spend it, really.